crypt floor straight. There we go. And you can put these in. What we'll do is we'll just delete these quickly. Okay, let's duplicate this now. Let's go into the palette and let's make a corner piece. Let's rotate it and let's put a corner piece in every one. There we go. There we go. And then let's duplicate this. Put it there. Turn it round. There we go. Just makes it a little bit more interesting. Something a bit nicer to look at. Let's quickly get rid of that. There we go. Okay, so we need to put some a door in. But first of all, what we do need to do is make sure that we can actually see the door, and whilst we're in game, so that it's not down here somewhere, so we can see it properly. I mean, you can have it down there; it's no problem. I mean, they have it in the game, but for the purpose of the editor and to show what it's like in game, we want to put it up here somewhere or across here. But what we need to do is make sure that we are in the right place to do that. So let's quickly just go ahead and just for the testing purposes, let's put let's have a look. Let's just put this here, and then let's leave that there, just so then we can just duplicate that as well. There we go. Okay, let's go into the game and let's have a look at it. Okay, so we know now that we don't want to place anything down here, a door here. I mean, we can do if we want to, but like props and things like torches and things that you want to see, you want the player to actually see whilst they're running around, because although you can see yourself highlighted here, you can't actually see any props or anything that you've put on this wall, nor can you see them on this wall either. So we want to try and make it so that you can actually see all of these here. So what we do is we'll come out of here now, and so we know that what we do need to do is move the camera around here like this, and these two are the walls that we want to put most of the focus on. Okay, we'll leave that there anyway, just for the time being. So let's go ahead and let's make a wall. Let's make a door. So we'll put a door here. So you can go into palette once you've highlighted the place you want to put the door, and let's find the door. Which, if you uncheck the wall and have only crypt highlighted, you can find the crypt door straight. And there we go. It's created ourselves a door. Now we can't actually get through that because we also need to put a wall on the other side. So let's change that to a door, and we still can't get through because we need to put some tiles down for our character to walk on. Okay, so let's just zoom out and let's make just a very quick area for our guy to actually walk through. There we go. Okay, now it might look like you can walk through that, but you actually can't. What you need to do is you need to highlight your door, and you need to go over to the properties section. If you've got anything other than properties highlighted here, then you need to go to the bottom where it says File Explorer, Options and Properties. Go to Properties, make sure you've got the door highlighted, go to the Properties subsection within the Properties tab, and go to Collision Enabled. Let's just pull that out a little bit so we can all see. Collision enabled. What that means basically, for people that are new to editing, is that the actual character cannot walk through anything that has collision enabled. Collision enabled means that your character cannot walk through, pass through, can't walk through walls, things like that. It puts pathing in basically. So what we want to do is we want our character to be able to walk through. So let's put that to false. Now we also need to do that for the door on the opposite side as well. Now what you can do is just create one door, change the settings and duplicate that door, and then all the settings will be duplicated with it. Now our character still cannot walk through that door yet. The reason being is this cap that we've put here. This cap here also needs the collision enabled to be turned off. because for some reason the pathing doesn't just stay within the white box here, it actually goes right down to the floor as well for some strange reason. So we do need to turn that off. Okay, now our character can walk through, and there's absolutely no problem there whatsoever. So let's quickly just have a quick look at that. And as you can see, I've now placed it in the right side, so we can actually see the door properly, and I can walk through. And there we go. And we've got our little walkway area, so our guy can actually walk through. And there we go, lovely jubbly. Now what we'll do is we'll add a couple of props, so we can do that. So let's go back to the editor mode, and let's put in a few props. So what we want to do is we can duplicate any item you want, and go to palette, and make sure everything is unchecked apart from crypt, because I'm assuming you want to stay with the crypt theme. And let's put some items in. So highlight props, and let's put a bench in. Right, okay. Now this is where these 4 options here come in, and the snap. Now all of these do have do utilize any sort of item, even walls and doors and things you may want to use these for, but for the purposes of this tutorial we've not needed to until now. So these props here, as you can see, as I move them, they actually snap to 4 squares. So these 4 little mesh squares, it will actually snap. It'll stay on 1 square and then it'll jump to the next 4 squares before it sets down. Now you can actually click on that and reduce it down to 0.1, and also for the y-axis as well, and you can move it around a lot smoother, and you can move it around any way you want to, and there's absolutely no problem with that at all. So let's put this there like that. Okay. Now what you can do with this now is, if that there is the edit position, this little box at the top left here is edit position. This is edit the orientation, so the angle of it basically. The next one is the scale, so you can increase the size of it or decrease the size of it, and this is nothing, it just hides the actual arrows, so you can just have a look at it without it on there. So we do want them on. Let's leave that as it is. Okay. Now for some strange reason I've not worked out how to actually permanently keep the snap angles and the snap points to as low as possible. For some reason they always default back to 4. I'm sure there is a way, but I've not quickly worked out how to do that, so we'll just have to keep doing it just for the sake of this tutorial. Okay, so let's put another prop in. So let's duplicate an item again. This is my favourite way of doing it, and let's put in a crypt floor dais or dais, whatever it's called. Let's put that in. This is quite large, and it should, if I'm right, let's put that in, should fit quite nicely there. Okay, that's lovely. So we'll leave that as it is. We'll get rid of this column here because we no longer need that now. Now your character can actually walk up and down this, so that's pretty cool. And how about let's put some another couple of props in, not crops. We're not on a farm. Okay, let's find a rug. So let's put a rug. If I remember rightly, a rug is just up here. There we go. So there we go. We've got a rug. Let's reduce it down to 0.1, the snap angle. Let's move the camera around so we can actually see it. And let's move this now. And yeah, let's duplicate that again. Let's duplicate that again. Oh dear. Okay. That's lovely. That's fine. And if you want to, you can change the rotation as well. Let's put that down to 1. Ooh. There we go. Okay, that's just me messing with the orientation of it. There we go. That's what I wanted. Because not everything has to be straight and curved, so... Oops, wrong one again. I really do need to get used to that. There we go. Not everything has to be perfectly symmetrical or anything like that, so... Let's keep that like that. Okay, lovely. Well, that's it for now in terms of props and the room itself. We've created our first room. We've put in a few props. Hopefully you guys have got a bit of understanding on how to actually do this. So this is the end of the making the room tutorial and adding a few props. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take another short break, and I'll be back in a third video to show you how to put in light props and also add a little bit of animation in the form of light. So hope to see you guys in the next video, and for now I'll see you shortly.